Hey, Miss Dollar.
Hey Lisa.
Sorry I submitted my work in late. I wasn't feeling good yesterday after school.
You better now?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Let me see here. So you're a little bit early, Lisa. Just size your screens up and we'll get started in a moment. Um, Kylie Kimbrough. Hmm. Are you a new student, Kylie? Let's see here. Kylie Kimbrough. Who is that? Yeah, I don't see you at all, Kimbrough. All right. If you can you turn on your microphone? Can you turn on your camera? Who are you? All right. Well, that takes care of that.
This month's going by fast.
I'm sorry, Lisa, what you say?
I said this month's going by fast.
It is. I was noticing that. Okay. All right, I'll be right back, Lisa. I gotta turn the coffee off. Oh, I forgot to mention, Lisa, today should be an easy day for you because it's substitution method, and I think you got the hang of it. I'm just gonna need you to be patient with the students and help me out wherever you can.
Okay.
All right, let's see here.
I see we got a 3A problem now.
A three. Lisa, you a trip? Yeah, we do actually. All right, so me and you got to do the norms and then just get into how to do this. Have you been doing the problems the regular way or using the calculator online? Like, how have you been doing it?
Um, the calculator, then I do it the way you told me.
Okay, okay. So practice both. If you can, I want you to try it out. Without the calculator and see if you get it. If you get stuck, then try the calculator. Okay. So can I get a Girl Scout honor that you're gonna do that?
Oh, I thought you meant like do a calculate the like reduce it like that. That's the only way
Oh
I
yeah,
use the calculator.
that's what I'm talking about. Do it that way without using the calculator, right? And then see if you got it right. And then what I want people to do today is to try to get it right by trying it themselves. And I know everybody, I'm not going to even talk about the calculator. I'm actually going to do the problem, but I'm going to have the calculator introduced afterwards. So if you could, Aaliyah's here, so she can get in on the extra credit part. So if you could, the both of you, have it set up in the calculator. Are you using Math Pop or Symbol App?
No, I just
Math
use
Papa.
regular calculator.
She said a regular calculator.
I
That's
use Math
that's what I
Papa.
was trying to ask. Was that what you was talking
No,
about?
no, 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 no. That's like that's still the regular way, Lisa, because you're using the calculator. But I think Aaliyah, you said Math Papa. Is that what you use?
Yeah.
Right. So what I was telling you two to have is have it set up in the calculator already, and you'll get extra credit. But I still want you guys to try it out the regular way to get the hang of it. All right? Do you understand? Did she hear me?
Yeah, I
Oh,
heard you.
solve for the other pair using. Oh, okay, Leah. So let's get started on this today. All right. The norms. Let me hurry up and get to that. Still got the jazz playing. I got to turn it off. All right. So where's my norms at? Here we go. All right. So let's get through these together. It's two of you. I'm gonna have to give most of the credit to both of you that came on time because we start at 10:10 actually. So that 5 minute period, we get extra credit comes when we do our norms. So Leah, can you read the first five, which is the five basic norms or behavioral norms?
No one has the right to hurt another person. Education in the classroom are sacred. We will never behave in a way that discredit ourselves, our school, our family. At Excel, at Excel Academy of Southwest, students is always a lady or a gentleman. We take pride in Excel Academy of Southwest.
Thank you, Miss Mims. All right, so now the five academic norms. Miss Brown, could you read these?
Yeah. We respect the opinions of others. We respect the culture of the classroom. We are attentive and participate. We have high expectations of ourselves, our peers, and our teachers. We are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary endeavors.
That's so cool. All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, thank you both. Now, let me do a quick check on attendance. You want to set up your screens, right? So one screen before I do attendance, and make sure you know what I'm talking about. One screen is going to be primarily, your EDSB, and another screen is going to be just grab a tab and bring it over. If you're on your computer, right, not your phone. Some people just like using the cell phone. Um, okay, so that's the other tab or the other window. So you can see what the work is. So make sure you're logged into Google. These are just things you got to do normally. Just get started on today's assignment. And then also go to Google Apps once you're logged in and click on Docs. Okay, so we're here. We're going to open up a blank document and we're going to establish the document name. So I'm going through the basics with you guys real quick. Do now. And Lisa, you are right. This month is gone. It's so gloomy outside. The 22nd will be 2021 before we know it. Mark my words. Okay, so header, and that's going to be your name, like I typed for mine's. And then also moving forward in the future, I don't know if you guys notice, because I see a lot of people are struggling watching these videos. I'm gonna
Mr.
start
Tyler,
posting. Yes.
we come back to school in January.
No, I'm hoping it's November, but I don't think so because people are getting sick more and more.
Right.
So I don't know the answer to that yet, dear.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't know. I wish it was a better answer I had for you too. So the date is the 22nd of October 2020. This is period second period. You guys are physics with algebra students. Okay. What is our header for today? I think someone put that in the chat already. Let me see here. It was Lisa said, I'm never going back. Lisa, goodness gracious. So both of you told me what the title was. No, Leah told us what we're doing. That's the method. And then Lisa told us the title of today's assignment. So I'm gonna just retype. Well, I'm gonna copy that over. She already put it in there, and that's 10 points for Lisa because she was ahead of the ball with that. Leah, you got about 5 points because that's gonna go in the problem, but you guys can put the questions right. So you get 5 points for that. All right, so I'm gonna center this over here, and the first thing you want to do is remember there's an exit slip portion. Okay, and that looks so small because it's at 100%. Okay, and it's worth 25 points. My friends be like, "How do you type all day?" The more you type, the more I have you do these. Like after my class, you guys are gonna be, if anything else, you're gonna be great at typing up reports. Classroom term of the day is, what is it? Let's see here, it would be,
Linear
yes,
equations,
ma'am.
right?
Thank you for helping out. I was trying to make sure. See, I'm trying to get the attendance to save, and it's not moving over there. I'm looking at two screens, Lisa. So thank you for that. We also have the word of the day is what? So the word of the day I think was let me think back. Exacerbate. Was it the E? Yeah, I wrote it down. Exacerbate. I changed that slide too. So we have that much, right? Now we need our questions, and I think great job, Lisa. Yep, that she put them both. You gonna put 3A2, Lisa, since you noticed that problem. Okay, so let's grab all this because she's right. That's what I was about to get at, and she hurry up and put it in there.
Mr. Tyson, like when we put this in math popper, you want me to put equation one and equation two together
Yeah,
and separate them?
that's one problem, right? So 1S, you put in math popper to get. That's why we're gonna go through that. Yeah, thank you, Felice, for 3A. So let me put this in here, and great question, Aaliyah. All right, so we got equation one, equation two. If you can see what I'm doing here, right? Let me blow this up some more. Take it to a font of, let's say, what, 14. If that's too big, I'll go to 12. Yeah. So, like Aaliyah just asked, yeah. Now, normally, you guys by hand, and I'm not talking about just the calculator you have in your hand at home, you would just reduce these numbers, right? And then what you would do next is you would begin choosing which equation to use, right? Just to begin solving for, and then turn it into a partial answer to be substituted into the next equation. So, with that said, how do you type it into Math Popper, right? Let's do that because that's what Aaliyah was asking, right? So I use Math Popper because if you use Symbolab, I found out later on the phone, it'll try to charge you. Math Popper works on the computer or I was like, Mr. Oberdak gave me this idea, so it was a great one because I was like, dang, they can't use that. So you can use this on both platforms, is all I'm saying. Now, how do you type this in? Let's do it side by side so we can see how to do that. It's going to bring this tab over here. So now I see my equation. I'm going to line it up. That's why I didn't want to make it too big. And this is what I was talking about, Leah, step
What?
by step. All right. So the first one, now you can do it two ways. You can do, that's the only calculator I use, which is the regular way. Man, Pop was confusing sometimes. You talking about symbol there, Lisa?
No, I just use a regular calculator.
But this helps you check your work, Lisa. So it's good to try to have multiple, tools in your back pocket. But I understand. She said, I just do it the old school way. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to type in both equations, Leah. So the first one is parentheses. And practice doing it with the equations. Don't get afraid. So parentheses, 30. Then you press the slash for divided by. See how it changes?
Mm, yeah.
2. I'm gonna press my arrow key over and close parentheses. Parentheses. It's going to be about what, 47? Is the screen changing? Oh, okay. The screen froze for a second. I'll wait for it to catch up. Let me check over here, make sure y'all are still straight. Uh,
Mr. Tyler,
yes.
Mr.
Can you hear
Irvin
me?
wrote in the chat.
You're in the chat.
No, Mr. Irvin wrote in the chat.
Oh, okay. Let me take a look here. Uh-oh.
What happened?
I think. There we go. Oh, Kylie Kimbrough. Yeah. But they came in. Okay. They came in, didn't say anything, and they're not on the roster. Are they supposed to be here? Oh, okay. I thought it was one of those, Let me see if I can send him an invite. Do you have his email address or her email address? I can add them. Kylie Childs. Oh, okay. So, all right. So I'm gonna add that person. If you have their email address, ask them for that. I can bring them back in that way. Because if I kick them out, it's probably not gonna let them back in until tomorrow.
Mm.
Just if you have their email address, just send that in the chat, and I can bring them back in.
Um, Irvin just said something to you.
Okay, what did he say?
It's in the chat.
Let's see here. Oh, I'll email it to you. Good, good, good. Okay, okay. And once you do that, I'll send the invite. Just tell them, my apologies, and you come right back in. They just didn't. They didn't say nothing, Irvin. So I had to do that. What was I doing over here?
You was doing math, Papa.
Yes, I was there. And where did the rest of my problem go? Okay, Google is tripping. I gotta put the problem back, right? Oh, I know what happened. I was typing over here. Okay, there it goes. That's what happened there. Thank you, Aaliyah. All right, so let's keep going. And I'm gonna try to check my email real quick for
I
that.
put it in the chat.
The
The
what reduced form, Aaliyah? Oh no.
yeah,
Okay.
and I'm gonna put the rest.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you did it. Okay, wait. Now you got 338. Wait, Lee, what you do there? Hold on. Where's 338 come from? 338x? 64. Yeah, 64 is right, but the equation two here is 20 divided by 5, right?
Mhm.
So why'd you put that?
Cause that's what it came up with when I put all the equations.
No, no. Okay, okay. All right. So take your time because I think you might have. I think that's not 338. That would be what? So 20 divided by 5 is what? It's negative 2. But you're close though. I see what you was doing. Okay, so let's finish up. I'm gonna type the rest. You get about 5 points for that, Leah, because you're close. Oh, they get you 10, but you messed up right there. So what do we got? 47. But then you guys can see what I'm doing. And then divided by 8. You're putting this in math, Papa, by the way, you guys. So don't try to just retype it yet, because you're gonna just see why you should use it. Equals parentheses 24 divided by 2. Okay, so that's the first equation. Now I'm gonna hit this here, and let me check something because I think maybe that's why Leah did that. Make sure that's the same equation in physics. Yes. 30 divided by 2. Yes, this is the correct one. Okay, so let's go back to this. I hit this semicolon here, and then space bar, and then I put the next equation. Y equation 2a and 3a have this symbol. Forgot the name of the symbol. Lisa, what are you talking about?
No,
Oh,
oh
uh,
yeah,
I just saw that. That means just that I'm pointing at the problem, Lisa. But that's usually the
oh
greater than or less than symbol
yeah.
math. Yeah, I was just typing real fast. You're just looking at the minus x parts. Okay. What was I typing next? This would be. Hold on for a second, you guys. Someone just rang my bell.
Mr. Rush.
He's still up in here,
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, he is.
Mr. Rush.
Why we the only ones in class, Mr. Rush?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. We should be getting all the points
I
because
don't
I
know,
did.
but y'all just made me lose count, man. I was trying to wait to answer y'all because I was trying to count something. Then y'all made me lose count. Dang it!
I'm sorry.
Keep
Okay,
calling me. Keep
I'm
calling. I'm like, I wonder if they gonna give up. They ain't give up. Mr. Rush, Mr. Rush.
sorry.
Dang.
I'm sorry, guys. And that's a great question, Aaliyah. You should get majority points, but you guys are getting a head start on the problem if that gives you any type of solace about that. The second equation, let's put this in here because it's like I don't kill too much time. It's gonna be negative
20
parentheses,
over 5.
right, divided by 5, and close parentheses. That's x, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus we have
Parentheses.
128 divided by 2, press over 1, close parentheses, y plus, parentheses, 684 divided by 2 over, and I think this is x, equals parentheses minus 28 divided by 2. Press over because I don't want parentheses of 2, but I want parentheses everything. So this should be your entire equation, both of them put in, and it's only separated by a space and a semicolon. And if I expand this, you'll see, and if you did it with me, you could also see it on your screen. It takes these equations, right? And it says we're going to solve by substitution. So it does that. And it tells you the final answer, but the steps are in here. And man, are there a lot of steps. As
So with
usually
this
as you would
title, I
see.
did have it right.
You did have it right?
Yeah.
So what are you talking about? Let's see. You talking about the final answers?
Now, not the final answer, the steps. We use like where I get 338 from.
Oh, you talking about rewrite the equations. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you did. You did. You get the full 10 points. I'm sorry. I didn't know you did this fast. So it's negative 40. You did. I'm looking at this. Okay, Aaliyah, you right. You right. I didn't take time to see what you said, but you
He
right. I
told
could
you,
get that.
Tyler.
Yeah, I didn't know she did it real fast. That's what I'm like. Where'd she get 338? She ran through it real quick. Okay, well, all right, cool, Leah. I mean, hey, I'm glad that she's learning. That's one thing. The girl's smart. Um, so now all we need to do is take all these steps and put them into our Google Doc. Okay. So that is everything that goes underneath here. Now, when you guys do this, what I was saying is if we had other people that came in, I think because it's a rainy day, nobody's here. That's my opinion. Um, they're gonna want to just use a calculator and not know what they're doing. And I'm seeing students do it wrong because they'll skip like a lot of steps because they're trying to do this stuff, like copy paste stuff. So put it in your own words to show all the steps, but don't just copy and paste it and throw it in there because it's hard to read what you guys do. Go through, type out the steps like I would, right? And make it neat, but take your time and do it. So it's 10:30. I want to give you about 10 minutes to work on this and just get all the steps in there. I think Aaliyah's already got a head start. The other thing I want you to do is if you could take a screenshot, I wanted you to actually take a screenshot of what it graphs, all right? And put it in your Google Doc.
How we
That
do that?
is, I'm sorry.
How we do that?
Oh, you didn't see what I did. Okay. So you click on
Mm-hmm.
solve again. That shows you the steps, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I don't think y'all understand what linear equations are about. These are ways to graph coordinates. When planes and cars are going somewhere in Google Maps, this
Mm-hmm.
is a graphing equation. So if I click on graph after I've solved it, Aaliyah, it'll give you the graph.
No, I'm saying like how do you screenshot it and put it in Google Docs?
Okay, so are you on your computer or
Computer.
in your phone?
I'm on a computer.
So if you're on your phone on your computer, do you have a button called print screen
Where is that at? Where I find that at?
on your keyboard?
Print screen.
This
Hold on.
PRTSC.
No,
Now
I
the
don't think I got that.
you say you have it or you don't.
I think I don't. I don't
Okay.
see it.
So the other way you could do it, Leah, is when you send in this assignment, you just simply come here, make sure it's on, right? And you can print, all right? You can print. I think you can even save image. Let me see something. So you can print it as a PDF and submit it with that assignment, or you can put it in your Google Doc because I know some students don't always have the print button and it's hard for them to figure out how to do it the other way. So when you hit print, make sure you save it as a PDF. It'll download and you just turn it in with today's assignment. Okay, but this is showing me not what I want. I want to still. So this one to show the graph. That's one way to do it. Another way is if we right click on this image, it should let you save as, right?
Uh-huh.
Does it let you do that? Because I think you're on a different computer than me. That's what I'm asking. Does it let you come up like this and everything? Where you can
Oh.
save the image?
I didn't press print yet. Hold on.
Okay, try the print feature first. So I think you're in Google Chrome. You go to the three dots, I guess, and come to print, or you can right click print. And if you download this document, you don't want to also don't tell it all pages, Aaliyah, because don't be sending me all this garbage. Just go to custom and
That's
tell
what
it
it
what
had.
page.
That's what it's showing. It's showing the the solve, and it's showing the graph too.
Right. So here's how you do that, Leah. For your graph part, did you see me click on custom?
Hold on.
Okay, so it says all, right?
Uh-huh.
Are you looking at my screen? And you click on
Yeah.
pages, it has two options, all and custom, right?
Uh-huh.
Once you click on custom, you put page number what? What page was that? Looks like 3. And it'll only print that page. That's
Okay.
all you need, okay? And I'll be able to check it because of, the settings and where they cross. Were you able to do that and hit save?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that is all you do is you submit that into SB with this report once you finish it. You don't have to graph your homework problems though. You just got to graph that first problem, that 1S problem. Okay. Lisa, does this make sense? Oh, welcome to class, Angel.
Yes. I was gonna ask this to Tyler.
Yes.
That makes sense, but do I have to like do it the math proper way? All the steps?
Well, how are you gonna do all the steps to math pop away? Just make sure your answers are close. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So if you don't want to go through all the steps of Math Papa, Lisa, you can use Math Papa to check how close you were to the final answer by doing it by hand. Okay. But you
Okay.
still need to do Math Papa and take this graph, Lisa, because that's what this is. This is what you're doing. That's why it's so important. So just take the graph, but do it your way and make sure your answers are close. That's all I was going to say. Okay. So students are coming in, and I got to go over
At
some guidelines.
10:34?
Huh?
I said they coming in at 10:34.
I know, and and I got to talk about some things. So we had a meeting, and I found out through guidelines, Angel and Courtney and people just got in here. What's going to happen is you're not going to be able to come into class 30 minutes late anymore. Okay. So be careful with that because the reason they're doing that is because we're starting to look at the attendance of students and their participation. So you got to be here at the beginning to understand anything, or you're going to just, you're going to fall a little behind. We've so far covered Math Papa and doing the problems. You need to make sure you have a graph of today's problem, the 1S problem, in your report. So take a moment and get your document set up because this is the first problem we're doing. And I'm going to give everybody 10 minutes to work on this. Lisa and Aaliyah, you already know what to do, so be ready to share out first. I know they're going to take a moment to get started.
Can you scroll down a little bit, Mr. Tyler?
All right, to what, right here, I guess? Is it moving?
To 1S.
To 1S? Okay, 1 second. Is it changing on you or no? Because it seemed like it froze for one moment. I think it's.
Yeah, I think it's froze. Oh, wait.
Get down.
So you talking about this here?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
That's exactly what you need. She finna go back in the basement. It's 40 what? Okay. Huh? Yes, mom.
All right, all right. Let's see here. Okay, so this is a point where we got to share out and see how far we've gotten. Uh, Wanted to make note of, we talked about already the exit slip, right? So the exit slip has these two, I think I'm presenting. Yeah, it has these two items. Classroom term of the day is linear equations. Word of the day is exacerbate. Okay, so you need both of those in definition form. And you should be used to the format by now of how we do it. So if you're not, let's go back to the Google Doc real quick. And inside of it, you have pretty much this setup, right? So the exit slip is worth 25 points. It helps towards previous scores. The title, we already discussed that, is here. All right. And how we do the steps is provided in, utilizing either Math Papa, and we did that earlier too. All right. So we went into Math Papa, we typed in our equations. So the first equation was 20, and when I say first equation, so that's not the first one. This is the first equation. There, 30 divided by 2, x. If we come over here to, where is it, Edsby, you'll see that that's where I'm getting the problems from. So that's the first equation you type into Math Papa. And then semicolon, right? Semicolon, that's this part right here. And next, you're going to type in the next equation. So if you need help typing that in, I'm going to try to put it in the chat again for you. I think Aaliyah did this. She did the simplified version, but she also gave us the answers. But you need all the steps, right? So you just can't give the rewrite equation part. And she did this part. That was kind of cool. I didn't pay attention to that because I start with the steps. But she gave us this in the chat, and you could use this to still get, get started. But the steps start here. And that's what I was looking at on a separate screen. And you have to type these steps in. If you copy and paste, let me show you what it looks like when you copy and paste. It looks very sloppy and horrible. So please just take your time and type the steps in there clean. All right. So I'm gonna copy this and you'll see what happens when we just throw it in there, right? Can't expect to get good credit if you're just throwing stuff together. Hey, I threw a bunch of paint on the wall, pay me, right? So I've seen students turn it in this way. You won't get credit for this. This is the art of copy paste right here. So you have to type it in. Please stop doing, some slick stuff to try to get some little bitty credit, because you end up having to take the credit, taking the course again. When all you got to do is just do it correctly and get it done. All right. So this is copy paste. I don't want to see this. All right. This is very horrible. Okay. So here's what you do. That's why I said side by side. I'm going to undo this because that looks very hard to look at. And side by side, type in your steps like you're a college student, because that's what you're being trained for, right? So let's go through it. The first step is, step, you just type what they have, step, solve. And then how do we type this? That's 15x plus, right? It's going to be in parentheses. You can do it this way if it's easy for you. A minus 47 divided by 8. This is the reduction part. Okay. And then they say y equal to 12 and 4. So you're using algebra in this step, x. I got to go through and explain this to them. They're not doing it right. So solve via algebra. Okay? Because I don't want you guys doing this on the quiz tomorrow. You're just throwing some stuff at me and be like, man, he'll be all right. No, you won't be all right. Then you're going to be, calling your parent and calling me, and I'm going to show your parent everything you've been doing, and it's not going to look good. So just do it correctly. The next one is they take the equation and they do the algebra on it, right? So if you're not sure, I'm on this step here, where it's 15x plus this negative 47. So you're just taking the equation and they're about to do algebra on it, and you'll see they do it here. This is the same step I take you guys through. Okay. This is what I said. Use this as a way to see if you messed up somewhere. So what is it? What does the saying do? I'm gonna show you on my screen. I'm just gonna do the algebra with you slowly. So I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna come down one and I'm gonna post this. So now, like I said, this is the first step. I took you through the same iterations a computer would to solve something. So you put it, you put it again, you show how you're gonna change it. So it's this step here, right? We're gonna do what to that? Well, we're gonna duplicate it for one, but the way the system does it, if we come here, just plus minus. That's not so. That's why I put in parentheses so you can understand it. This means it's supposed to look like a fraction, right? So I'm going to take this part right here, and instead of making it plus, I'm going to say, hey, this is going to be plus, and then so you understand what the computer's thinking. Same procedure, right? So it should look like that, but in this case, it's just plus. So I hope you guys saw what I just did there. All I did, let me blow this up so you can see it. So I can do it exactly as Math Papa did it. Is I incorporated another version of 47 over 8. This one's negative 47 over 8. This one's positive. So it allows me to cancel these two out. And that's the way the computer wrote it. So let me change this because this is how I'm highlighting the changes, right? And then what you do to one side, you got to do to the other. So what do we do here? Well, we're going to say plus because this is the whole change. Copy this, come over here, put that there. That is basically this step here, if you notice, right? See how they did the same thing I did. And it tells you add 47, 8 over y to both sides. Now again, when you're doing this, let me give you guys 10, can I give you 10 minutes? It's 10:53. Can't give you 10 more minutes. Yeah, I can because we get out of here. Not really. So I give you 5 more minutes to get some of these steps typed in. And then we're going to share out because I want to let you guys go, but you got to have something done to leave early, all right? So what's the next step after this? I'm literally breaking down the steps in Math Papa. This crosses out. No, I'm sorry. These two cross out, right? This is what I'm trying to get to see from you guys. And you're left with just this portion. So I'm cross that out. And I'll clean it up. And now we have this new situation where this is gone, right? So now what? Well, if you're not sure what to do, this way you can be like Lisa or I want to say Aaliyah, and you just solve it out. Because the next part is what? You just get x by itself. That's what it's telling you to do here. So keep that in the forefront of your mind. I'm solving for x still. So you don't have x by itself yet. The next viable step is to what? Well, divide by what's next to x, because that's like saying 15 multiplied by x. So I'm gonna come over here, put this in parentheses, and I want to get x by itself. So I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna divide by what I don't want next to x, which is 15. That's the algebra. But in algebra, as they always say, what you do to one side, you got to do to the other. So here are the changes from the above equation to the next. Right? And this should all be the same color because that's just the result. All right. So what you do one side, you do the other. Let's not forget that part. Some parentheses around this. And then it's going to be divided by the same thing over here. It's going to make two fractions now. We've discussed this type of stuff before. It's nothing spooky. This part right here remains the same because that came from the previous assessment. Black. But this part right here was a change because we want to include that and make sure that we divide it on both sides. All right, so let's do that. So text color is red, but that's an issue because it's supposed to go both of these. So hold on. There's also the 12 included. There we go. This is a change. because that's going to divide into both of those. It's going to be 12 divided by 15 and 47 over 8. Angel left. He keeps coming and leaving early. I gotta reach out to them about that. All right, so that's that one. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cancel some things out, right? So we can get x by itself. Come over here, and of course, this 15 is gone, and on the rest, that's 15 divided by 15. That's gone. You got a new fraction, right? And that's what I was telling you you're gonna have. You now have what is it, 47 divided by 8, y divided by 15. So that's fine. These two are fine by themselves. But then you have this other 12 sitting here that has to be divided by 15 as well. Okay. Just so you know. Now, I don't want you to get confused. If you don't like using 47 or 8, you could have been divided that out and reduced it. She said, I have to retype mines. No, you just gotta you don't have to retype yours, Lisa, because I know you type it out step by step. But I'm talking to the students that use Math Papa, copy and paste it into the document, and it has no real rhyme or reason. It just looks like a bunch of mess. Don't do that. But you're fine if you typed it up and you worked it out. Math Papa is only supposed to be used as a means to check your steps because it's pretty close to accurate. All right. So your final answer should be, if you put in Math Papa, Lisa, I think 2,743 divided by that number, and this number divided by that number. If you check it and it's correct, and this one's minus, so be careful, then you're close and you know you're on point with your math. But we are humans, and engineers and scientists know this. We have our tools to check our answers. Okay, so do it both ways. Also, everybody has to make sure they've done the graph part. I think Aaliyah already did this. Maybe Elise has done it, but Courtney, you're there. Don't forget, when you do this, you need the graph because that's what these two equations represent. Each equation represents a line, and this cross section right here is your ordered pair. That's why I keep having you guys focus on the ordered pair. All right, so it's 10:58. Would like to see some people share out. Or do you need a little more time to get ready to present? If you have something to present, we could leave a little bit early. So Leah, Lisa, you guys have been the veterans of the class for about 30 minutes. You have Courtney left, see. So can you guys share out? I gotta make some phone calls.
Sure.
So whenever you're ready, just share your screen.
I'm still putting in my steps, but I'll share it.
Okay, that's fine. Just want to see how far you've made it. That's pretty good. You found a way to put it in there, Lisa. What you do? A print screen? That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah, you did a good job on that. All right. And you got your steps typed out. Okay. So you just got to finish 2A and 3A and turn it in by 8 tonight. Pretty good. At least the next period will pretty much be different problems. So be expecting that. But that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Okay. So you're free to go. I'll see you. Did you get the link to GGI already? Rush put it
Yeah,
in
I'm
there.
finna press it.
Okay. Aaliyah, what about you?
I'm about to show.
Okay. Okay, now it's two Aaliyahs. I mean, you must be on your computer, I guess. Okay. Yeah, you're starting to share. You're sharing on your phone, it looks like. Okay. Okay. Yeah, finna turn that on now so I can see everything. Okay, okay. You got a lot done. Yeah. I saw that green marker. Okay, so you logged into both on that Google Doc. That's smart. Okay. All right, well, finish it up. Don't forget those homework problems. And I'll see you next period, I guess. Did you get the link to GGI?
No. And can you send the what's that? The
What's
word of
what?
the day.
The what, dear?
The word of the day.
Oh, the word of the day. You want that exit slip portion?
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm going to start including some of these ones that I type up in the notes towards the end to help you guys finish out strong. But don't tell nobody. So today you might see what I typed up today so far in there, so you'll have at least that much. But you guys got to do the rest of the work. All right, so it's in there. You got it?
Yeah.
All right. See you in GGI.
All right.
All right.